Hey y'all. Check, check. Looks like volume's good. Yeah, okay, cool. Lumen's wrapping up his stream. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I am in the queue. Oh, we're down to one opponent though. That's good. I've been waiting for a bit, and I was about to say I don't know if I'm actually playing Agricola. Because yeah, the queue's been a while, but it looks like we'll get Agricola here. Looking likely. Um, yeah, hoping for a quick game here today. Well, not super quick, but kind of quick. Cause yeah, after this, I'm heading off to hang out and watch the Bucks game later today. So that should be good fun. But perfect, we got a game. Excellent, excellent timing. Just what we want. Kick the game off here. Um, all right, we got third. We got third seed. I think BK's rated decently well. So yeah, 59 games and 100. So that player is not particularly good. Komodo played a decent bit, not great yet. BK's played a lot. It's pretty good, but I'm still rated like significantly better. Um, so yeah. Uh, so yeah. We're the better rated player here. The best card is probably Bonehead. Hmm. Yeah, the miners are not great. I think going Carpenter is wrong. I think Carpenter is just not that good of a card. It's not clear I want to build a lot of rooms. I think Bonehead is just the best. Yeah, I don't love Carpenter, so. Lubin, the raid. Thanks for the raid. Sorry for your rough game today. It's always unfortunate when like everything kind of breaks poorly. I mean, it happens, but it hasn't happened to you in a while, so. There's very rarely a world where Carpenter's better than Bonehead. Yeah, exactly. Like, there's just no way that I'm taking Carpenter over Bonehead. If I was doing anything funky here, it's take Water Worker, and I hope I get combos. There's also Domestician and Stable Master here, so fighting for early sheep could get messy. And yeah, these miners are just underwhelming. Like Woodfield's like a point. Fishing net can sometimes be a point in food. Feed fence is occasionally okay. Hard porcelain can sometimes be good if there's a lot of clay. Occasionally clay pipe works out, but like it's so hard to know if any of these. Fishing net requires extra read, but there is extra read in the game, including a water worker. Rough opening pack, yeah, it's not great. I think I'm actually gonna try the fishing net. God, this is crazy though. Like, there's so many ways this goes wrong. Oh, but there's also a herring pot, and there's weak players in the draft. I'm gonna claim that weak players in the draft. You've been high on feed fence. Okay, I can believe that. Feed fence is quite good. Okay, these miners are a lot better. Uh, Ravenous Hunger is fine. Ravenous Hunger is fine. Okay, the miners here are a lot better. The Ox Wood Expert's pretty good. I'm a big fan of Storehouse Keeper. We also see Animal Tamer, so like all the early animal related cards are here, which kind of does make me want to go Storehouse Keeper and think about baking this game, including possibly wheeling a steam machine. Just because trying to feed off animals at a table with weaker players and stuff, and everybody else being able to hold animals. I'm tempted by Storehouse Keeper. Wood Expert can also be pretty good. I mean, there's Wood Expert, Moldboard Plow here or something. But I'm pretty sure I'm taking Milk Jug. I'm just too much of a Milk Jug fan. I think Milk Jug's just very strong consistently. I do like Animal Tamer a decent bit of the time. It gives you a grain and it has animal space. I like Wood Expert occasionally, but like it's such an iffy card to me. I'm gonna take a Storehouse Keeper, and I might not even play it. But with Water Worker in the game, Storehouse Keeper is a little better too. And Storehouse versus weaker players is often strong, exactly. The only slight issue again is that I'm sitting right after BK, and BK is the otherwise strongest player at the table. But I think this is fine. There's a lot of ways this goes well still. There's a lot of ways this still just goes well. I'm getting a good miner back here. I'm either getting like Beanfield, Strawberry Patch, Moldboard Plow, or Education Bonus, or even Steam Machine back. Like, it's hard to say here. Um, Hard to say what else we'll see, but I mean, I am pretty high on Storehouse Keeper. We haven't seen it a ton lately because I haven't been able to draft it a ton lately, but I'm a big fan of Storehouse Keeper. Until you got in stronger tables. Yeah, I mean, stronger tables will make you a lot quickly sour there. You would have taken Wood Expert, hope to wheel a grain source in Steam Machine. What grain source? What other grain sources are you hoping to wheel, Nerdcube? I don't understand. There's like no other good things. Maybe I also just get the Baker for the first pack. Yeah, there's no other good grain sources. In what world do I want Steam Machine back? Also, I'm way more sour on Wood Expert than I used to be. There's so many times Wood Expert is just garbage. Like, you could wind up with not very good cards. You could wind up with terrible food pressure. Like, I don't care. Animal Tamer, Greengrocer works. Seed Trader could be fine. We have very different ideas of how to run a baking game. Greengrocer, Seed Trader, and Animal Tamer are not in any way grain sources that make me think, oh yeah, I want to run Steam Machine baking. Like, I'm very much not on that deal. Furnisher is clearly the best card here. It's slightly awkward. All these Ox want to be played early, so that part's a bummer. Horse, like, these miners are good. These are good miners, but probably Milking Stool is just the most flexible here. With Milk Jug, I want to just spam taking cow anyhow. I mean, there's some worlds where Horse-Drawn Boat goes off this game because I actually play a bunch of Ox early, but I don't think I want to hard commit to that. I like Milking Stool a lot. Okay. The Agricola extension doesn't work. Resolution of the cards is too low for you. Yeah, the resolution is too low. Sorry. Yeah, you can't. If you don't know the card text, this stream does get awkward. But the extension does not work. The extension briefly worked on BGA. Marushka did some magic, but anyhow, this pack, Collector can be really strong. I don't totally know if I have a great hand to abuse Collector with, and with weaker players, I'm not entirely sure. But I think Hide Farmer is reasonable. I don't actually think Hide Farmer is entirely unreasonable here. I don't actually have Plow Help, and I could just fence tight. Like, the Hide Farmer is good here too. That's the problem. Like, otherwise, I agree. I mean, the Scholar Manservant, if this was earlier in the draft and I could take Scholar and think about getting Manservant back, I'd also be tempted by that. But that's just not going to work. I also don't have late Ox, right? Ace of Spade. The biggest issue here, I think, with Scholar is that I don't have late game Ox. I'm not wheeling the Manservant. Somebody else might try to run out a stone fast on me, like Scholar Blueprint Wheel Freemason. That's true. There's still Freemason though. I don't think that's very good though. It's kind of it's tempted, but I don't think it's on the same level as Collector Hide Farmer. It's probably got to be Collector. Collector is probably strong enough still, but God, I'm mildly tempted by just Hide Farmer. Collector makes Milking Stool a bit better, sure. It's more like Milking Stool helps alleviate the the issue with Collector is that it helps you reach your point ceiling, but like you can run into a point ceiling in some games. So the question becomes, Do I have enough ways to score points if I collect? Milking Stool helps answer that, but uh yeah, I mean that's part of the thing here too. See, the thing is that I partly because of the skill level of the table, I'm just not that afraid of losing to a collector game, and I think the board is going to be rich. And in that case, I don't like being collector. I just take blueprint. I am so low on blueprint. Do I actually want blueprint here? I mean, I guess the miners suck, so I do want blueprint here, but I don't think I'm running collector team. I do think I'll take blueprint because the rest of the cards suck, but okay. Conservator is totally fine here. Stable Master and Domestician are totally fine here too. I could go back to do an animal game at this point. Yikes, there's a lot here. Furniture Collector, I don't have point ceiling issues. Yeah. I can't get the manservant back. I could have had the Stable Master Collector dream. Yeah, it turns out I could have, but, well, or just lots of things. I agree collector's a food out. I'm not that worried about food here. I'm also not sure I get to run a big house game. Like, I don't know. I'm drafting very flexible because I think the players are not very strong. And I think just generic flexible is going to be good. But yeah, this... Is this stable? No, this is not stable master. I think this is just conservator. I want more late game ox. I don't necessarily want to be fighting the animal stacks early. I'm probably taking a lot of reedstone food. I'm possibly blueprinting, so there is going to be a lot of stone in the game, so I don't think I need hard porcelain. Ravenous Hunger could be playable here because I actually have some grain, and I don't have a way to take veggie, and I want to have extra cows. I think this is actually a Ravenous Hunger game. Freemason would have come back. Oh wow, the steam machine didn't come back anyhow. So there's that. Animal Tamer is good here though. Animal Tamer is totally good here. I'm definitely not Freemasoning. Seed Trader for the veggies is like conceivably okay. But I think I like just Animal Tamer here. Animal Tamer is very flexible about letting me fence late and still hold a bunch of animals. So I think that has a lot of value. Education bonus might be good enough at this point then, right? I'm playing most of these ox. So this does give me a veg. But I'm playing most of these things. You think collector was better? Well, okay, so here's my argue about the collector. Um, my argue about the collector again is that this is a weaker table, and like I probably could beat them with collector, but I think it's just far safer to not worry about collector. Not, I think collector is a slightly dangerous card in that you're injecting a lot of stuff onto the board, and you're not always growing very fast. You guys can all think that, but we did get Muckrake back, so Gray was correct, but whatever. I'm not touching. Well, I guess I'm touching Muckrake. I'm never playing Farm Store, right? I don't think I'm ever touching Farm Store. There are worlds where I just never fence. Nah, that seems unlikely. I don't think I'm ever adopting. I also don't expect to play Layabout, but maybe. Have you ever played Farm Store is also a Nombo with Layabout, right? Yeah. So I guess yeah, it's too expensive. I'm not using it. Collector goes bad so often, you're really low because it forces you to. I think Collector is somewhere in between what you're arguing and what the other ones are arguing, but I broadly agree. I think at a weak table, Collector is just a recipe for potentially having a bad game. Like, you probably won't because Collector should get you like mid 40s, but I just think it makes it way more likely other players score highly too. Like, I want to contest the board here. I want things to be miserable for my opponents potentially, like force them to make hard choices. We do get early sheep, so the Domestician and Stable Master are happy, but I think I'm mostly with Ace of Spade here as well, guys. I admittedly have tried Collector once or twice at weaker tables, and it's just very dangerous because the board can be so strong. And I get it, Collector's flexible. You don't have to play it early, you don't have to use it, etc. But I'm very content with what I've done, but this is fine. BK's reasonably good. BK's like a 300s level player. He's not going to do anything too crazy. One collect, I think, is almost never correct for the record, Gonzo. I mean, one collect's occasionally right, but one collect games I think are actually very hard to be worth it. Like, you have to play collector and then you use it once, and you have to provide enough value out of those two actions, and also that first collect only gets you 6 things. Like, about the only time that works is if you somehow have like a giant stone house and a bunch of majors, and you completely ignore taking any animal or vegetable, and so that 2 move sequence winds up netting you like all these things. But I just think one collect is not really a game plan. Field Watch it does come out from BK, so that's where the Steam Machine went. Um, I have a lot of Ox I want to play to the point where I don't really think about 3 wood here. I kind of really just want to play Storehouse Keeper, but it could backfire pretty badly. So it's probably safest to just bonehead for now. It's possible that works, Godzo, but it's still very like it's so I don't whatever. Obviously, whatever. We're blabbing a lot about collector theory, and I don't actually have it, so I'm not going to worry about it. The other thing that I see, the other thing is I don't care about passing collector here, precisely because I'm not worried anybody else can beat me. Wow, BK doesn't plow. I'll take 2 clay with sheep in the 1. I mean, there's so many ways that the sheep could get stolen, but if I wind up fireplace, this is fine. You were on the side of marginally better. Okay, I mean, yeah. And anyhow, Nerdkeep, I agree that occasionally that works, but I'm still unconvinced that that's particularly efficient. You think BK has greengrocer before? I mean, it's probably you're right. It's probably greengrocer, but I mean, I suspect I have a ton of paths to victory, but we'll see. I broadly agree with you, Schmug. I think I get 2 good actions, but I have no idea. Yeah, the timer is set for a normal this game, so this game could be a little long. I tried to set it for fast, but yes, we're playing a normal speed game. My preference was not met. I was in the queue long enough, but that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. We've blabbed a lot, but I'll start moving now. Get a day labor from purple, that's fine. Your collector theory, collector good, play collector. I mean, look, I broadly agree that collector is very good also, but I also think that with a 100s level player at the table, that there's just a lot of value in just doing other things, like whatever. I'm taking 2 read here. I want read. You always play on fast. Do you think even fast is slow? I mean, fast is kind of slow. It depends on how absolutely quick you want to play. I mean, some people love to play even faster, so you've made it very clear that you prefer to. You don't even like playing 4 player, right? Because you find it too slow. So I mean, whatever. Like, it's all preferences. I get it. Like, most people are not wanting to play as fast as you are. So, but whatever. Like, everybody can have their preferences. That carpenter looks a little dubious. I wonder who has the water worker. Also, BK is probably playing greengrocer here, so I don't think I am getting 2 actions. Wow, no, he's just plowing. I think this wood field's very dubious then. I would not do this, but whatever. I play furnisher? Or do I get the storehouse keeper out? I guess I get furnisher out. I can still play storehouse keeper in a sec. But the furnisher definitely wants to come out. It's a way that I could actually build, like, I can take wood into build fireplace next round or something ridiculous. Actually, I can ock. Oh my god, I can ock, get a wood off bonehead, and then build. Oh, that's also pretty sick. Yeah, this is good. Praying for late major minor so I can furnish the fireplace. Yeah, that's what I just realized. I agree. It would be hilarious to ock if I could ock storehouse keeper. Well, ock animal tamer. Ock animal tamer into build furnish fireplace into take 4 sheep is a absolutely absurd and amazing sequence. So that's what we're praying for. It'd be so it'd be so great. Oh, it'd be so great. Let me do it. Let me do it. Komodo dragon takes 2 clay. That's gross. Boo. Why do bad players taking 2 clay to fight fireplace is always annoying. Um Yeah, there's multiple sheep sweepers though too. I agree. That's the biggest issue. There's a domestician, there's a stable master. Like there's a lot of ways I lose the sheep here, which is it is dangerous. It is dangerous. It's very dangerous here. I could just build the fireplace. I could just build fireplace now, yeah. I can't even Ock because now Ock just got taken. So I could just fireplace. Fireplace does not give me a wood. No. How good is just fireplace? It's pretty good. There's nothing else I super want at the moment. This is fine. This is fine. I do have to worry about I have to worry about the sheep sweeping. Yeah, the clay grab's always unfortunate. Um, but this is fine. Nothing terrible is happening yet. Things are still fine. I'm often willing to trade a big sheep stack early for like 1 spot on the growth queue. That's not a huge problem. The real question though is like, yeah, I have to be concerned about the sheep sweepers in this game. Somewhat. I don't know how much. I guess I don't need to breed sheep in stage 1 though. Like it might be fine just to take 3 sheep here and just not worry about getting greedy with them. Because of the stable master and domestician in the draft, it might be fine just not to worry about it. Like it's pretty unlikely purple starts here, but like it could go purple start, teal plays stable master. I don't think that's gonna happen, but just I don't think there's any reason to risk it here, is also the argument. Like, I just need some food. I can take some food. I think greeting it is fine. Like, you probably get away with greeting it, but also, like, again, and maybe this is wrong, but I'm just kind of playing excessively safe because the ratings at this table suggest that I probably am going to get gifted some things shortly. And so just making sure that I don't get wrecked is more of my priority in stage 1 than it is purely trying to maximize my position in stage 1. Also, like, I'm expected to just get like 4 wood this way, to be honest. I think there's a decent chance that nobody does start here and that I just get like a 4 wood action next round. And 4 wooden to build looks totally fine. Like, I'm not going to complain about 4 wooden to build. We get a wall builder. Not a very good card, obviously, but that's fine. We do see teal starting. Is this Carpenter's Parlor? I potentially could storehouse into build, although it does look like teal is going to get the first room now. Teal can take Reedstone food into build, and it is Carpenter's Parlor. Well, that's unfortunate. Definitely a little scary. Yeah, I mean, this is fine. It's not ideal, but whatever. Teal can take Reedstone food into build. But they can maybe be... well, there's really not that much food pressure. That's the other awkward thing. Like, nobody actually wants the bottom feeding here. But whatever. It's fine. Getting a 4 wood action sounds good by me. I don't care about education bonus. That's really not important. The resources from education bonus are really not important here. I'm just gonna take 4 wood. 4 wood's like always a good action. The board is very good at the moment, so I'm just gonna take good actions from the board. I can get around to other stuff later. I mean, the Storehouse Keeper is increasingly looking not particularly important, to be honest. It'll eventually get me some extra grain, but I just don't think I care too much about it. It looks like I might just get 4 wood back, in which case I probably just take 4 more wood. Like, that's fine. Or I just build anyhow because teal doesn't build for some reason because they're going to be a bad player and try to build too many rooms at once. Like, I don't know what. But them not building here is obviously wrong, but I will happily take advantage. No complaints here. I will build, and I think this is just upgrade to a hearth, to be honest. Yeah, I'm pretty content just upgrading to a hearth here. We'll pretend that we have Domestician Expert for the fun of it. There's really no need to get Milking Stool out at the moment. Like, I'm just gonna get a hearth for long term. I don't care about education bonus. I'm trying to I can't make that clearer to you, but the only things I care about education bonus are the veg on the field. The reed is like cute, but it's just like I don't it's very unclear I'm gonna get that to happen. Like I'm probably playing more ox pretty soon. Like both Animal Tamer and Storehouse Keeper do good things here for me. So like yeah, it's just not important to care about that. The read is good. I'm not gonna like look. The read is totally fine, but it's a very tough way to get a read. You have to play another card, and then you have to play education bonus, and then you have to ock, and like that's fine, but it's just not worth stretching for. The hearth is very good long term, and how else am I getting a hearth? It takes a major minor action. That's gross. Like furniture, I think furniture is best usually just doing major minor actions. I don't think you often want to play that many minors with the card, especially if you plan to build a lot of rooms. We hit growth because yeah, so that's great. Oh, deranged. Boo, boo. Anyhow, grow is great. I'm very happy to grow here. Um, there's 6 wood, there's 6 clay. I would happily take either of those before growing, but Field Watchman getting only 2 grain fields is a little disappointing, but they did get a wood field down too, so it's probably okay. But I would really, I think 3 grain fields is just like that much better. But BK is behind on the room parts thing too. So we'll see where they wind up. Teal should just build here. Like Teal builds and they get second growth. If they don't, Purple's gonna get to build and grow. So we'll see what happens. But I am pretty content here. Growing is good. I will grow. Oh, what am I growing with? That part's awkward. I guess I grow Blueprint. Do I actually want Blueprint this game? Meh, I may as well play Blueprint, right? I don't know. I mean, Blueprint's often a trap. It often tricks you. So I could just Muckrake or Milking Stool. I'm not sure I want Muckrake this game, though. Yeah, screw it. We'll Blueprint. We'll claim Blueprint. You didn't hate Teal grabbing the 4 food? I think that's a trap. I think Teal grabbing the 4 food is a trap. I mean, their long-term food looks questionable, but like this is a game where first room, like look at how good first room was. Like uh the stable from Teal is always dubious too. One stable's always dubious. Blueprint gives a 1 stone decount. It does, so like it could be useful. It also could turn like Blueprint is almost always a trap. Like it's so often you pay a food and you regret that food later and you barely use it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, and I might come to regret it, but we're doing it. Purple starting is not doesn't actually make a lot of sense here. I mean, I get that they're gonna build, but they don't need to start player to build, so don't do blueprint, kids. Otherwise, you'll end up like me. I mean, that's sort of how I'm feeling, but you find the trap as people forcing out the guilds at the expense. I think that's probably true. Oh, it looks like I'm gonna get a huge clay stack here, so that's great. The cycle will continue. Awesome. Couldn't red take RSF and build in front of purple? I guess, but then you could start player second action. I would not start player first action. Like, what are you afraid of? Like, what's possibly happening here for you to start player first action? Like, you could have had the 6 clay action. Now you don't. Like, I would not have done. I would not start player first. The food is also really bad now. Like, I don't know. Whatever. I'm taking 5 clay. The dream is that nobody threatens my sheep, and that I can play Animal Tamer into a 3 sheep grab. That is the dream for next round. The dream for next round probably also includes taking 2 reed, so that I can threaten build again soon. There is the harpooner in the game, so the fishing net is looking better. Plus, I still think there's the herring pot, so I would like to get extra reed going for that stuff. Oh, the purple's double building. That makes a ton of sense, of course. That's yeah. I'm probably not getting 2 reed here, but we'll see. We'll see what I get. The single stable feels sheep threatening. It definitely. The nice part about being last here is that I get 2 actions back to back, so I can wait. I get to see what happens. That's actually really handy here. I can take an action, and then hopefully my last 2 actions can just be Ock into the sheep. But we'll see. Can't double build with wall builder. Oh. Can't double build with wall builder. Indeed. I mean, you can though. You can and you should. You should not. You should just build again, because forcing the growth queue around the fact that you have an extra open room is often very advantageous, and it's very unclear this is going to work for them. But whatever. They also have no food, so love to see that. This was not herring pot. Wow, I thought for sure this was grow herring pot with the harpooner. I don't get 2 reed, which is kind of my expectation. I think I am taking reedstone food. I think it's time to start taking reedstone foods. The wood stacks are going to get huge, but I think it makes sense for red to not. I think it makes total sense for red to want more reed. Reed looks tight in this game at the moment. Like, nobody played water worker, which is slightly disappointing, but meh, it happens. Do I want reedstone food over 4 wood? How hard am I trying to fight back into growth queue? I guess I want to try to fight back into the growth queue. Like, BK should start player into build just in case purple builds. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Definitely am not starting for pottery. Starting for pottery is why people lose with blueprint. I played blueprint, and I'm going to ignore blueprint pretty much entirely for a long time. It's very unimportant. I don't want the guilds right now. It's not important to having a winning game. The way that you lose with blueprint is that you try to push blueprint too hard. You try to actually use the card. If I use the card once later, great. Good enough. Purple re-upping start player is pretty bad. But oh well. This is brilliant. Oh, starting into build is actually kind of brilliant if they have the food. I just don't think they have the food. If purple has the food, start player into build again is pretty hilarious. Oh, hey, there's the herring pot. Okay, I really want to get this fishing net down. Oh my god, this fishing net is going to be good this game. This fishing net's going to be so good this game. If I could actually get it down. Like, there's so many food problems, people will definitely pay me, but whatever. This is fun. Wall builder herring pot. I mean, purple is almost certainly going to take fishing into grow, is what I'm expecting them to do next round. You thought it was going to be trident? Oh, that's right. There was a trident. Oh, purple playing trident into build again would have actually legitimately been very good. That would have been very fun to see. Play trident into like grow herring pot into grow into round 8 again. That would have been fun, but Anyhow, I am definitely playing Animal Tamer into the sheep, unless BK sweeps the sheep for some ungodly reason. But I have to imagine BK just builds Clay Oven here. Like, I don't know what else BK is doing. Like, BK's food has problems, and like, yeah, if I'm BK, I'm just building the Clay Oven, and then I get to play Animal Tamer into 3 sheep, and that is what's happening. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I need a little more food if I'm actually gonna breed the sheep. So it's possible I'm gonna take like 3 food next round just to breed sheep. But wow, this is clay embankment? Wait, what? Clay embankment? This is not enough clay to build clay oven, renovate, and build a room. Uh, uh, okay, I mean, I don't know what that is, but whatever. That's a later us figure that out question. Later us will figure that one out. I technically don't actually have to take the sheep here. Clay supports? Okay, sure. It's clay supports. Reno clay supports. Well, but see, then it's what? It's Reno clay supports, but it has to be Reno oven. So it's start player clay supports into Reno. Whatever, whatever it is, I just won't worry about it. I'm just gonna do my own thing. How to lose with blueprint? Excellent. Oh my god. Grabbing 3 wood is arguably okay. Potentially, again. Is anybody gonna sheep sweep me? Really unlikely. So I probably could have greeted it out, but I'm gonna continue just playing it safe. Excellent. Yeah. Don't use the card. That's my Agricola advice. Play the card and don't use the card. No, I mean eventually I might use blueprint. Like it might be fine to take a guild or 2 at some point. It's just not yet. Actually, I can take pottery. Wait a sec. Pottery does give me the 2 food I need to breed sheep. So I might have lied. I might actually play pottery. Um. Oh my god, I get 6 wood. Um. Sure. I'll take 6 wood. How is purple feeding here? Purple's not feeding. Purple's taking 3 food here. Is what purple's doing. Purple takes 3 food. BK clay ovens. Wait a second. Can I take reeds? I can just take reedstone into build. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. If I take reedstone food, I just get to build pottery here. Like, BK can't build. There's no way purple builds. Okay, ignore the 6 wood. Ignore the 6 wood. The 6 wood's not important to him. You thought it was important. I thought it was important, but it turns out it's a trap. Build. Build and grow. BK's not building. BK's doing other stuff. And that other stuff doesn't involve growing. Won't RSF wheel? Maybe, but I'm not going to risk it. Teal would just take Reedstone. Yeah, if I take 6 wood, Teal could take Reedstone. Like, there's no reason to risk growing. Like, growing again is so strong. Like, no need to risk this. Oh my god, purple is just gonna starve, though. Okay, well, that's, I mean, you can't predict this shit. You can't predict this shit. You're gonna take 3 beggars. Sure. Okay, nope, they undo. Like, maybe they're realizing it? Okay, they are realizing it, yeah. It's like, they can't do that. Would it a single read build? Sure, that maybe works, but like, I don't, look, building and growing is so strong here. It's so strong. There's no reason to mess around with this. Like, no, zero reason to risk this at all. In fact, I'm building here just in case Teal builds stables again. Like, this is stupidly good. I'm not risking anything. And I absolutely am just going to take the pottery here because the pottery gives me the 2 food I need so I can keep breeding sheep. Easy peasy. I'm probably taking 4 clay here. Yeah, I'm probably taking 4 clay and then grow with clay embankment. Or maybe I'm getting education bonus down finally, or milk jug. I have so many good cards. God, this is yeah, whatever. This is good. What a game so far. For the record, everybody, this is largely why I argued that I didn't want to mess around with collector or other game plans. I wanted to just fight the board because I expected people like weak players struggle with feeding, they struggle with like prioritizing the growth queue, etc. You'd have been tempted to stone furnish well. Uh that's very defensible, Gray. Although that means that I can't breed the sheep. Now, how important is breeding the sheep here? Meh. Although the game looks very food tight because everybody else's feeding is bad. So I just eat the grain. Ugh. I don't know how good. To be fair, Nerd Cube, the collector line is still fine. It's still fine because I agree. Hide far. It looks like I might just fill my board anyhow. But Water Worker comes down for teal. Ooh, the Water Worker Harpooner combo. We're adding a million read to the game. Sure. I think I am just taking 4 clay. Taking 3 wood is also defensible, but like, meh. Gonna do this. Grow to 4 by round 8. Yeah, correct. Everybody else can fight over growth. There's too many rooms that are coming. I'm not getting 4 wood next round. I have to grow first action deranged. There's no way I get 4 wood. I mean, maybe I wheel 4 wood. It's conceivable that I wheel a 4 wood action, but BK has to build first action because other people can still build. So I have to grow first action. I think I grow milk jug. Actually, I don't even know. I have so much. I also have layabout. God, I could just layabout through one harvest here. You like the 3 wood more because of furnisher and conservator? That's true. I don't actually want to run out of clay, so I didn't really need these clay actions. And trying to push out a 5th room is like eventually going to be okay, but your hunger is ravenous. You want to play ravenous hunger. Oh. I mean, ravenous hunger is actually very good this game too, honestly. Ravenous hunger is very good this game. Oh my god, do I actually play ravenous hunger? You're on the ravenous train for real? I actually think I might be too. I can take veg into the boar next round, and like we could just be breeding boar instead of these dumb sheep. Like, I have so many actions, and food looks tight. Sure, let's do it. Screw it. Let's ravenous hunger team. And we could do really dumb milking stool things later. Let's do it. You're not sure it's actually good? I don't care either. Scroll up. I said it already. Oh, okay. You're mostly memeing. To be honest, I'm willing to start memeing this game. I think I'm far enough ahead. I'm willing to go meme. It seems quite bad. I don't care. I'm memeing now. We're doing it. We're doing the ravenous hunger. Screw everybody else. You think I have a lot of wiggle room? Exactly. I have a lot of wiggle room, so I'm willing to start doing crazy things. Imagine if I first picked it. It's true. Imagine. Anyhow, yeah. So next round, I legitimately think I am taking a veg into boar. I think I'm actually gonna do that and just eat a bunch of sheep. So that's our food. So then I really just need resources here. I actually have a lot of miners I want to play, so possibly just spamming start player eventually happens. So to be fair, Gonzo, I wanted to be safe and conservative because the easiest way I was going to lose this game was to do something like catastrophically stupid and get like sheep swept or some, unexpected crap happening. But now that I've grown to 4 by round 8, what am I what is there to be concerned about? Like, what's going to happen here? like You're always living the meme dream. Okay. We do get 4 wood back. I will absolutely take 4 wood here. I mean, the 3 stone is like tempting and all, but I do want a lot of wood this game, and the wood is eventually gonna get tight. So I'm gonna take this. If I don't get all 3 kills, it was a failure. I mean, with the water worker harpooner getting played, there's a lot of read in the game potentially, but you're not sure how Ravenous is that good. Who else takes the animal stacks? I get the veg from Edgu. To be honest, all of this is potentially true, but whatever. We're gonna Ravenous to all the majors. I don't know. We'll see what's happening. BM looks interesting here if I can get it. I mean, I'm not convinced how good BMW is, but yeah, I mean, I think the BMW is definitely a consideration. Um, I don't know how much I'm pursuing it, but yeah, I think I'm taking 2 reed here, to be honest. Right? I might build another room. 4 wood over 3 stone. You don't like it? I guess Teal's opening build, right? We assume Teal's opening build here. They're gonna take reed, right? That's what they started for. Yeah. Okay, yeah, they're taking a million reed. All right, fine. Yeah, their carpenter's parlaying to 2 rooms. All right, more rooms is dumb. We'll just take the 3 stone now. We'll let people not yell at us this way. Uh, yeah, we just milk jug our way. Oh, we have so many food. There's so much food in this game for us, to be honest. There's so much food. Nobody else is eating animals for unknown reasons. So, like, yeah, we have so much food. We have everything really. Besides reed, we don't have reed. But the build queue is horrendous. We're not growing into the room forever. I probably do build a 5th room this game just because of furniture, but maybe I don't. Maybe building a 5th room is just a trap. We need a deranged slide emote. We do. We do need that. Oh, that's actually a good idea. 2 pescatarians in this game. All they want to do is fish. Yes, I agree. I agree. That is what we have going on. I mean, Purple's food is actually awful, right? Purple has no food here. They don't have clay. They're. I think they're thinking so long right at the moment because they really don't have answers here. They're in a lot of trouble. Say something nice about Purple's game. Um, um, yeah. So it's actually kind of hard to say nice things about Purple. Purple has a lot of wood. Purple has taken good wood actions. Purple, exactly. I thank you, Sid. I just got there too. Purple has taken good wood actions. Purple has taken big wood stacks when he was offered them. Um, that is a thing Purple has done well this game. Anyhow, I think I lean more towards Sid's side. The more I think about it, I think building is bad purely because the wood is tight. I think building in wood is bad, and I think renovated to clay is kind of dumb with conservator. So I think building another room is mostly a mistake this game. I have a ton of actions. I'm not getting to build and grow easily at all. The people in front of me are going to have 4 open rooms after the first action of next round. I mean, rapidly somebody's going to fill it, but there's going to be way too many rooms in front of me. So I would build the majors without furniture too. I agree. Why spend good actions, get bad actions? I think that's an excellent little summary of the situation here too. You're exactly correct. I have a lot of great actions at the moment. Spending it on other stuff looks silly. First action in the well looks good. I agree. Ravenous 7 wood at some point. I think building again is just wrong. I think that's really what it comes down to. I have a lot of great actions. I'm going to take those good actions, and yeah, I just don't need to. I don't need to get funky. I don't need to push for another room. I will just free goal. I will just get free. I will get family growth without room very easily later. I agree. I think that's also incredibly likely to happen. So I also agree. Just snab the well. Um, it's an early growth game. Point ceiling can win. I'm gonna build up some point ceiling here. I'm gonna get some more food. Gonna major block others too, which is gonna make life harder on them. Purple starting again is annoying. Um, but whatever. Ah, there's the trident. Wow, purple had the trident. Oh, that's so sad. Purple purple failed to see an actually potentially very winning sequence then. Purple had the opportunity to trident into build and grow in round 7 and 8, and they missed it. So yeah, that's rough. You wonder if purple's trying to build. I think purple's starting to build. Absolutely. I think 100% purple's gonna build more rooms. They have a carpenter. They have a wall builder. They're gonna build another room. Like, that's absolutely what's happening here. So again, that's fine. All my opponents can fight for stuff. Like, yeah, purple not double building is still also just very wrong, right? Purple should have just double built a long time ago. But whatever, again, it's fine. All my opponents are going to be starting and fighting for growth, so I get the best action off the board every round for a while, so that's going to be great. Building in 10 equals max wall builder. Yeah, you guys have it all right. So, what else am I doing? Am I starting to plow? Like, I just start taking the plow action. I mean, with Hide Farmer, it's not that important, but also, what else am I doing? I'm playing Storehouse Keeper. I wouldn't have minded starting. I really could Ravenous Hunger into the pigs, or I could just take a million sheep again. I take 3 wood. Ravenous the boar is like kind of tempting. Otherwise, the alternative is just take 3 sheep, play Storehouse Keeper, take 3 wood, plow, like some combination of those 4 actions. You like plow and Ravenous pigs, and then just get a big wood action next round, probably like 4 wood, because everybody else has to do other things. Meh. Yeah. The 3 wood goes, so yeah, I think this will be just starting to plow a little. We're fencing tight. Yeah, we're fencing tight. Absolutely, the goal is to fence tight. Yeah. I would like to fence pretty soon, to be honest, because I'm already holding so many animal types, and I would love to just take tons of cows, though. The one problem with fencing tight and not having a ton of wood here is actually my capacity is a little bit of a problem. Why ravenous pigs? I just want to ravenous cows later, right? I think that so right. So I think I broadly agree with you, Gray. I think I'm supposed to just take sheep, and I think I'm playing Storehouse Keeper and taking sheep. Although I guess why is Storehouse Keeper good? Maybe Storehouse Keeper isn't good, right? Like, how often am I actually taking Reedstone food this game? Also, the idea was to use the meme eventually, but I think I'm gonna just ravenous cows, right? I think I should just wait to ravenous cows. I thought people might fight me on animals, and I would actually need. Well, purple can take the sheep. I guess I just take the sheep and block them. Storehouse Keeper sucks. Okay, fine. Fine. I mean, I eventually need a grain action, right? That's the main thing. And Storehouse Keeper is potentially multiple grain if I actually take multiple Reedstone foods. See, but yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I should play Storehouse Keeper, right? Like, I'm always at least taking 1 Reedstone food for Reno, and I need a grain action. And we need 6 ox. You're right. Yeah, wait, you're right. I want to education bonus eventually. Yeah. I am just playing it. I think I am just playing Storks here. It's basically a food for a grain, probably. Carpenter has to be one of the biggest trap cards. Correct. Carpenter's absolutely one of the biggest trap cards. People see building rooms is good, and so then there's a card that says, hey, it's easier to build rooms. This card must be good. Surprisingly not that good, right? You know, it's just, you often don't actually save that many resources with it. Anyhow, yeah, I think the play here is Storehouse Keeper. You think purple's doing something reasonable, but oh yeah, purple didn't build. Yeah, good call. Purple did fence instead of not building. Well done. Purple refused to double when they should have. Well, that's true too, Gonzo. You're right. They played wall builder, so they wanted to build twice separately, but they should have just double built. And then Carpenter would have at least saved them 4 wood. I still think Carpenter was mostly a trap card for them, though. But wall builder's also a huge trap, right? Wall builder's an obvious trap for new players. They're like, oh, hey, food while building rooms. That has to be good. It's obviously one of the worst cards in the deck, but wall builder's the bigger trap. Yep. 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 You think purple meant to build another and they forgot? That's definitely conceivable. It's definitely believable, but this education bonus admittedly is not coming down in time to do much, but I like the actually saddest thing about this game is that I have great minor, like I have minors I want to play and I just can't play them because my opponents all need to keep starting to grow. Like because I had to start so little for growth and because I've been wanting majors with furniture, like it's actually really sad. I've played very few cards this game, which is like normally I'm all happy about, right? Because start player kind of sucks. And I still am kind of happy about it because start player indeed kind of sucks. But I actually wish I could play a card or two. Like I would not be sad about playing education bonus. I wouldn't be. I don't think I'm sad about playing. I probably am sad about playing Milk Jug, right? I actually like this is the exact same thing Lumen was just in. Like, do I need Milk Jug this game? I have so much food, and yet maybe I should. And because I played Ravenous Hunger, yeah, I shouldn't have played Ravenous Hunger. Okay, I shouldn't have done it. Although I could get 1,000,000 cows now. Can get a ton of cows, Nerd Cube. Have we considered that? We could have like a 4 VP milking stool. I also prioritize the hearth. I did prioritize the hearth over other miners. I don't think I regret the hearth over other miners, but it turns out plain milking stool and just living with a fireplace maybe was better. But this is fine. I would love the 4 wood. Love, love, love 4 wood. I guess purple or red has to start player here for the next growth. So I should get 4 wood. Unless BK just takes 4 wood and lets teal start player. But as of this moment, the hearth hasn't accomplished anything. I mean, it turns out it hasn't. But I don't think I could have known at the time I went for it that I was going to keep getting sheep. Not like... I think it's very hard to predict that I wasn't going to want a hearth. 4 wood, 3 wood fence. Oh my god, 4 wood, 3 wood fence is an absolute dream. I agree, Sid. If I could get it, I'm absolutely snapping that sequence. I don't really expect it, but I would love 4 wood, 3 wood fence. BK does have to start player though. It's fine. That's fine. Bookshelf. That's cool. It's a good card. Although, I mean, BK has infinite, like, BK has a Field Watcher and Clay Oven Baker. Like, shouldn't actually have food problems, so, but Bookshelf's still cool. Although slightly interested that we got an education bonus. Lots of value in fencing here still. Even just fence 9. Yeah, that's true. Stage 1 and 2 fireplace feeds me. Stage 4 and beyond Milk Jug does. Very limited window for the hearth to do it. Yeah, that's actually that's a decent argument. There is a decent argument that I probably could have foreseen. I never needed a hearth, and so maybe I wasted an improvement action on hearthing instead of just living with a fireplace, but meh. This is fine. I will take 3 wood if I'm offered it. If I'm not offered 3 wood, I probably do just fence 9 here. And then I could Ravenous into cows. I could take pigs. Purple's not taking pigs for some reason. Purple's stone ovening instead of a fireplace or hearth. Okay. I mean, that also doesn't really make... Oh, purple's building a clay room. Purple's building a clay room with wall builder. That's what's happening. Okay. Your stone oven is bonkers. Like, teal could take pigs and like a hearth, but stone oven is points. Oh hey, the pigs actually go to those stables. Those stables finally did things. Oh wow, we do get 3 wood. Okay, I accept. I accept. Give me 3 wood. I will happily fence 11 here. I could fence 12, but fencing 11 is correct because I want to save the wood for milking stool. And next round, we open the round with veg into ravenous 3 cows. I think that's actually legitimately what's happening here. I think we fence. And then my last action is like plow. And then I open veg into 2 cows. Well, 3 cows. The 3 stone next round. Meh. I really don't care about the 3 stone. Like, I can take Reedstone food and then 2 stone and play Conservator and Reno. Like, I guess taking the 2 stone is actually what I might do with my last action this round. Should have Ravenous Forwood. Oh, yeah, actually, that is pretty defensible too, Gray, now that you say that. Yeah, that's pretty defensible. The BMW goes. Oh no, our blueprint, we failed. We only used blueprint for 1 guild. Oh, fencing gets taken. Boo. 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 Okay, well, is there any way BK ignores growth for the cows? I guess he might wheel the cows. Okay, that's awkward. I could still just take the cows and stuff them in my house? Ugh, boo, 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 boo. All of that's kind of sucky, actually. Oh, God. Purple might start for the growth, too. This is actually really, like, everybody's starting so much and fighting for growth so much so late in games is really annoying. Because, again, like, I actually have cards that are worth playing. And actions are great for me, but surprisingly, I'm actually getting contested on good actions here, which is a bummer. Just take the cows now? Yeah, probably. It probably is correct just to take the cows now. And then I still just fence and breed everything. Yeah. It's probably the right play. I might start players with my first action next round. I might just start next round. Oh, I don't have a second cow yet, duh. Okay, I was like, why is it doing this? But I get the second cow in a sec. There it goes. Alright. Red has to grow first. So Gonzo, you're correct, but do I want a first action 2 cows? Like, I actually think I want a first action SP the more I think about it. Like, Plowsow or Grow are good flips for me, and purple is likely to start, and I'm going to be last. Like, I think starting here is actually correct for me. Like, I can get my education bonus out, which kind of needs to happen, because I potentially want to play Conservator soon, and, like, I guess I don't super need the veg off of it, but I may as well get it. I mean, playing the Milking Stool here is defensible too, but, like, I need to start playing a couple of these cards, so... Can we RSF next? I need defense next. BK doesn't even know how I got 2 cows. Who's fencing? I guess that's a better question. Deranged, that's fair. If red takes the cows, it's kind of a big disaster. Yeah, that's true too, Gray. Like, again, like, ultimately, this is fine. I will fence. I'm just gonna fence this round. I can try to plow. I can try to get my Reedstone food out of the way. Like, again, I have a lot of good actions. I'm gonna get Plowsow or... Oh, that's why you want me to take Reedstone food, because I might get Plowsow. Yeah, I probably should take Reedstone food Gray next. Probably should, yeah. Does red ever take 2 cows and risk not growing? Probably not, Gonzo. But okay, here's the thing, Gonzo. If I force myself to take 2 cows first action, purple almost certainly start players for growth, right? Like, it's very likely purple start players to get family growth without room. And now I'm last in round 12. And I still don't get my miners out. Is that actually good for me? Like, is that actually a good sequence? I get 2 cows, but I think I give up way too much for it. Purple doesn't need family growth without room. Purple needs to start player for family growth with room, Gonzo. Teal still has a room. Purple has a room. Like, these jokers are still going to be fighting for family growth without room in round, or with room in round 12. Like, I could be wrong, but I kind of doubt it. Like, again, weak players pretty much only know how to start for growth. Like, people start for grow way too much on BGA in the late rounds still. It's one of the biggest mistakes we see on BGA, right? Like, the players start for growth in crazy ways in the late game. that are not worth it, but they do it. Winter Caretaker, cool. I will Reedstone Food, grain here. Then I need to fence still this round. Definitely need to fence. So I can breed both animals, and then I do whatever else. BK is still... BK is having a pretty good game still here, too, unfortunately. BK having enough wood for fences is definitely good. I mean, I guess I'm about to fence. I still have a lot of... I'm going to have a lot of points still coming, but... Yeah, BK probably is going to have victory point ceiling issues, but I don't know. I mean, BK is going to get to take good animal grabs in front of me. The animals are still looking great this game. There's so many animals because nobody else is eating them. 3 wood allows fence 12 and 2 wood for joinery. I need a wood for milking stool, but you might be right that taking 3 wood is still correct. Oh, wait, you're counting the milking stool. I see. Duh. 3 wood lets me... Yeah, you're right. 3 wood lets me milking stool, fence 12, and joinery. So, yeah, I could take 3 wood maybe. Yeah, 3 wood gives me all those things. You guys are... Yeah. I mean, that involves me getting 4 stone, which... Or no, I only need 3 stone. Duh, interesting. You're on a big delay. Do we have the stone for joinery? Joinery is only 1 stone, so I would need a 3 stone grab. Yeah, with blueprint, I need 3 stone, which, I mean, there's a 3 stone action, but I'm not taking it because I would be taking 3 wood. But taking 3 wood in defense, well, there goes the stone anyhow, so... 3 wood in defense seems pretty good, though, actually. We could Ravenous into 3 stone. That's true. I could Ravenous into 3 stone. Sure. I mean, I probably don't really want the joinery, but also, like, maybe. And maybe I want stables eventually because I have animal capacity issues. Like, 3 wood in defense does seem good enough here. I don't really... I mean, plow is still open. Plow is also very defensible here, but I'll go 3 wood, fence 12. Do I fence 14 here? That's also defensible. I could just fence 14 here because of animal space. I could just fence 14 here. Oh boy, purple building another room. That's, yeah, you think fence 14 is better? So fence 14 is 1 point less because I'm not going to have 4 pastures. Well, unless I'm fencing 14 funky. It does give me more capacity. So let's try to think about this. What am I trying to end this game at? Am I actually trying to end this game at 6 cows? I think the answer is no. I think I'm ending this game with 4 cows, 4 sheep, 3 pigs type thing. So if I fence 12, I have 12 capacity. 12 capacity has to be good. I don't agree. I'm gonna fence. I'm just fencing tight. Fencing tight has to be correct. Fence tight has gotta be correct. I'm done with all these other ideas. Lets you skip. Why would I want to skip the hide farmer? Skipping the hide farmer makes no sense. How is that more points than playing hide farmer? Especially with education bonus giving me a field when I play hide farmer. Like, yeah, I'm doing this. I guess it forces me to play 2 ox. I do have to actually get ox actions, but I have 12 actions left this game. Plus possibly more if growth flips. Yeah, screw it. I'm gonna do this. I mean, I guess I need to gather stone, play conservator, reno, play hide farmer, take pigs, plow, play milking stool. That's still only 7 of 12 actions. So I got to imagine this is still better. Like, I literally am going to start running out of good things to do with actions pretty fast. Ooh, half-timbered house. So the stone is definitely competitive. The stone is very competitive this game now. Teal needs a lot of stone. So I am very interested in the 2 stone to the point of possibly Ravenous into 2 stone. Although maybe I just go for stables. After 14 actions, 11. Do we even bother red away to stone? Oh, we absolutely bother red away to stone. We have a conservator. We're 100% renovating to stone. I'm absolutely taking 2 stone and playing conservator and renovating to stone at some point this game. Like, was a roof baluster in the draft? I never saw it. It's conceivable there is a roof baluster in somebody's hand. I probably saw both of Teal's cards. So yeah, Teal could have roof baluster. That'd be pretty sick if they did. Yeah, people not plowing though is a little crazy, but I guess Teal only needs 1 more plow action. Purple not plowing is crazy, but I mean purple, whatever. Purple's got things to figure out. So you don't think we saw Harpooner? I mean, it's possible I didn't see Harpooner. I honestly look. The thing is, let's be real. I don't remember Harpooner because I think it sucks. Depending on actions. Yeah, that's fair. Ace of Spade. Like if maybe I eventually go there. I agree. Like I have a lot of actions, so you're not about that Harpooner slander. I am. I think Harpooner is a terrible card. Like I think Harpooner is very bad most of the time. You think Harpooner was one of their first 2 picks? Okay. I mean, to be fair, they did have Carpenter's Parlor. Carpenter's Parlor definitely makes Harpooner a little more justifiable. But I still think it sucks. So, like, whatever. I guess I might take 1 more cow action this game and try to end at 6 cows, right? Like, I was talking about how to score points, but going for 6 cows and just ending with 1 sheep is probably fine. Carpenter's is the best case for Harpooner? Probably, yeah. All right, what do we flip? We flip Plowsow. Okay, I mean, flipping Grow would have been slightly nicer, but, I mean, Plowsow is fine. I only need 1 growth without anyhow, actually, so, like, whatever. This maybe is just better, and ultimately, I'm very happy to just re-up start player shortly. I mean, 2 pigs is probably my priority here. Like, 2 pigs. The 2 stone's very good, but I can get 2 stone next round otherwise. So, like, 2 pigs or 2 stone, then start player. You had a woodcart harpooner, then it was good. Sure, that's better too. But okay, see, I agree, Sivir. That's the ultimate thing. Harpooner's only good if you get more growth than you should. Like, that's really what it comes down to me. Harpooner costs a lot of wood, and it costs a lot of actions. Like, the stone fight is real. Absolutely, the stone fight is real. Oh, and the stone tongs. Yeah, I see. The stone fight is real, but I'm still gonna take 2 pigs ahead of taking 2 stone. Yeah, I'm still taking 2 pigs ahead of 2 stone. Anyhow, I mostly think Harpooner stuck. So, you had Storks, so you got to grow rapidly. Okay, yeah. See, Woodcart Harpooner Storks does sound legit because Storks needs a lot of reed, and it needs a lot of food. And then Woodcart solves the wood problem of Harpooner. So yes, I'm. You know what? Fine. I will accept that that is another good use. You think Ravenous 3 stone is reasonable? Potentially. You like Reedstone food and 2 stone better. That does feel better. I have another veg coming from education bonus, so I really don't really want to Ravenous again. I also need to start playing Ox. So, like, I'm going to take 2 stone as my next action if I can. If I can't 2 stone, it's probably just start player, Milking Stool. If it's not that, it's probably Conservator. Purple's bottom feeding because their food sucks. Purple still has no feeding plan. Like, they have no way to feed. So they're really gonna struggle for food during the next round or two. Purple building this stone oven and not building, like, yeah, they've just messed up. It's fine, but no food but stone tongs. Indeed. Also 5 rooms. They've managed to get 5 rooms, which, yeah, it looks like I'm getting 2 stone here probably. I don't think BK's taking 2 stone, although they could. BK's at 30, which is concerning. Like, BK's still ahead of me on points. I think BK is gonna run into heavy point ceiling issues really fast though. Like, I still have good things to be doing with my actions, and I think BK basically doesn't. And I still have a crazy Reno coming, but yeah, I do get 2 stone here, so that's great. I think BK has less stuff to do than me. I think that's where it's. I agree. I think the big upside is BK doesn't have clear path to points. You say what I say, just delayed. Yeah, like look. I mean, I have a lot of hidden points too. Hide Farmer's hidden points. This Reno that's coming is hidden points. The Milking Stool is hidden points. BK has no resources and already has all their stuff basically. I mean, they have 2 fields coming, but and some winter caretaker. We'll see. BK's having a good game, but Hide Farmer does hide my points. Yeah, and again, I have hidden points in a lot of different avenues here, but I think I'm just gonna Ock rather than start. Right? I mean, if purple doesn't start here, the worst case scenario is I'm going third, and I like that's fine. I will just Ock here. I mean, the 3 wood to build stables? No, that's never good. Do I Ock over RSF? RSF is gone, so yes, the answer is yes. But the answer is also yes. Well, look at the board god. So the other thing is I need to play 2 occupations, right? Like, I really want to play these 2 occupations, and it's round 12. And there's a bookshelf right here. And this guy's only played 2 Ocks. Like, and this guy's only played 2 Ocks. So I think I could, like, if I try to push it off so that I need to play 2 Ocks in round 13 and 14, it could get really ugly, I think. Also, there is renovation pressure that could eventually emerge. I mean, it doesn't look like it at the moment, but if there is a roof baluster, and if purple abuses stone tongs, or BK gets a 2 stone action, I mean, I guess getting Reno blocked looks really unlikely at this point, but I'm just going to ease the pressure on myself. I'm going to play Conservator, open up Reno Milking Stool, like, just ease the pressure. I'm going to ease the pressure on myself to get the important things done. We absolutely can pass on the joinery. The joinery is not important at all. I'm not worried about the joinery. I don't need to take more stone. I can just build a stable potentially, like, you know, whatever. I'm absolutely just gonna Ock here, even if it's 2 food Ock. I'm just playing 2 food occupation. Like, I want to get these cards out. I don't want to mess around. I do need quite a bit of food this game, that I don't totally have at the moment. Actually, the animal stacks all disappeared. There's really no food, but I potentially do just ravenous more cows then. That answers a lot of food, and I don't know what all my actions are for. Yeah, it's round 14 Ravenous, or even round 13 Ravenous. What am I doing next round? Like, I don't actually have that much to do next round either. Next round could be Ravenous Cows. Again. Steam Machine comes out for BK. He did keep it with Wood Expert. That's fun. Yeah, I'm gonna get an Ock out. I get Growth or Plow Sow. So, like, Plow Sow is pretty good again now that I get a veggie here too. Like, I almost certainly get Plow Sow, right? BK absolutely is going to grow. And then everybody's going to be at 5 family members, basically. So I probably just get Growth in the final round. So that sounds great. But I'll take a Plow Sow again. I mean, with Hide Farmer, I don't really need Plow Sows. Like, this Hide Farmer is admittedly going to be pretty dubious. Like, it's only going to cover up 1 or 2... like, it's only going to cover, like, 2 or 3 spaces by the end. But, oh well. Like, it's okay. I definitely want to renovate next round. Renovate Milking Stool looks good. So, like, Plow Sow, Reno Milking Stool, Ravenous Pig, or Ravenous Cows. Try to end the game with 6 cows, 3 pigs, 4 sheep. That does involve building a stable, but, I mean, the saddest 2-point Plow Sow. I mean, it is pretty sad, but a 3.4 food Ock can't be that bad. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, Hide Farmer isn't that bad. It's just not, like, as good as it could be sometimes, but, like, it's I agree, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, I forgot BK was getting delivered all of his animals. BK getting delivered all of his animals is pretty gross. He has all breeding pairs now. I mean, BK is just running hard into victory point ceiling issues. So again, that part's great for me. The fact that I have a bunch of off-board points is really good here. I don't think anybody needs more clay. I think I just get to take a huge clay stack next round too, so that's great. If I plow so Ravenous Cows looks real sad. That's true. The veg is pretty sad. Although I need more food. Like I don't actually know if the veg is that sad because I do need food. Like I need quite a bit of food. So I also don't know what else I'm doing, right? That's part of the problem. Like what am I doing for points? I'm pretty rapidly running low. Like there is joinery, there is I have 1 point actions, but I'm not convinced I have that many 2 point actions left. Now, do I need 2 point actions? I mean, arguably not. Reno Milking Stool takes me to 40. Hide Farmer takes me to like 40 something. Like, yeah. You like eating the veggie and fuel the cow's milking stool. Try to end on 6 cows. I think ravenous into cows is still totally fine. Like, it gives me more food and it gets me a path to 6 cows. 6 cows is good for my points. And yeah, I mean, I guess I have enough things to do. I think I get growth next round still, right? Like purple can grow here, and then teal. Like I probably get urgent. It's not that shocking. Our VP ceiling isn't immense. Our game plan was essentially don't blow it. I mean, yeah, this part's true too, Deranged. Like my whole game plan was to be basically don't blow it, and I didn't get particularly greedy. Also, I didn't get particularly rewarded. Purple start playered quite a bit. Like the way the growth queue and things went and worked out, I didn't I didn't really get offered a ton of huge like great actions necessarily. Wow, the joinery gets taken. The wood expert, duh, and they're not going to reno. But I definitely don't get joinery, so that dream is dead. But I didn't need that dream. Uh, so yeah, I'm eventually building stables, I guess. But I don't think I have better things to do this round than reno and then ravenous cows. So I might just ravenous cows now. Well, veggie plus cow is worth 5 food, or it's worth veggie and cow is worth 7 food. I have a hearth, and it's worth 2 points uh because of milking stool. So these two actions is 7 food and 4 points, or not 4 points, 2 points. 7 food and 2 points seems like a pretty good use of two actions, though, right? It's got to be a good enough use to the of those actions. Nobody can renovate. I don't want to start player. Like I don't have anything to do on start. I do need to Ock next round, but I should get an Ock next round. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna claim this is good. This also gets me more milking stool food actually. Like the milking stool food is quite a bit more. 5 food? How is it 5 food? I have a hearth. I don't understand. I have an extra veg is 3 food. I have an extra cow now is 4 food. And actually now I get more milking stool food. So it's actually like 8 food, right? It's like an 8 food action. 9 food? It's only 8 because I was gonna get to. Well, no, I wasn't gonna get to 5 cows for milking. Actually, yeah, well, it is a 9 food action. It's 9 food. This is 9 food and 2 points. That has to be a good sequence. Ravenous has been critical. I think that's a stretch, but Ravenous is good. Ravenous is definitely good. You're so confused. You didn't count the extra cow I could eat. Yeah. What are you confused by? Our math on how good taking veg into cow was? Or we're confused about my food count? I get 2 cows that are 2 points and veg plus 2 food from milking. I have an extra cow that I can eat. Oh, I already had the cow I could eat though. I see what you guys are saying. Okay. I already had an extra cow though that I was always gonna eat. So this action didn't provide me an extra cow to eat. So okay, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. So yeah. It is. It is more like a 2.5 food action, but That's okay too. Or it's more than 2 points. Then wait a sec. I'm confusing myself now. So I was previously gonna have 5 cows, so I was gonna eat one. But I was maybe gonna just take a cow action. I don't know. It's hard to. Yeah, whatever. Oh well. You think a lot of it's how good Milking Stool is? Oh, yeah, to be clear, this is actually Milking Stool being very good. It's not, it's really not Ravenous being good. Although, to be clear, Ravenous is actually decent when you have, like, when you get to grow rapidly. If you wind up in these early growth games where you get to grow rapidly and you have a hearth, Ravenous is actually, like, is actually, I think, a little underrated. I used to underrate it too, though, to be fair, but Gray showed me the truth in the past that Ravenous is playable. All right, we're gonna get our reno done. Doesn't super look like I have to, but I don't think there's any reason to mess around. It's like Harpooner. It's sort of like Harpooner. Yeah. I mean, its niche involves growing very rapidly. Sad to have that milk jug in a game with early cows still in hand. Yeah, I mean, not getting the milk jug out is kind of sad. Like, there's so many, it's so much food could have got added to this game, and that food still probably does do some things for me. I'm a huge supporter of milk jug in general. I think it's very strong. I mean, I drafted milk jug very highly this game, right? Like, I could have had quite a few other good cards here if I didn't take the milk jug, but the fishing net is sad. The fishing net is sad. I was absolutely correct that with herring pot and water worker in the game that people were going to fish a lot. And yeah, I never got enough read. The harpooner and water worker came pretty late, so jugs are nice. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm breeding quite a few points. Milk jug adds a lot of food to the game. It's so much food. It's a crazy swing though. Yeah. I mean, Purple's game is still bad because they have like no food. They have some stuff. Teal's game turns out not very good here either. They haven't fenced. They are trying to get to a big half timbered house, but they desperately need 2 more stone. Like, BK is the one to be afraid of here still. BK's at 41 and has 6 actions remaining. So, like, I still might not win this. I mean, I guess Hide Farmer's hiding a lot of my points. I'm breeding quite a few, but, like, and I have a big clay action, and I should get to grow? I don't know, though. This is closer than I'd like it to be. I guess BK doesn't have a lot of ways to score great. I mean, they can sow here for 2, though, and they can take wood for joinery next round. That's actually what they're doing now. BK not sowing here is weird. I don't understand BK not sowing. BK wants to sow next round because they have Winter Caretaker, so they're waiting to sow because of Winter Caretaker. So they're going to open next round by filling their fields. Does that mean I'm just getting another plow sow action? And is plow sow even good enough for me to take first action next round? I might not even want plow sow. What do I want next round? I want growth. I want growth. I want growth. I want 6 clay. I want hide farmer. And then I want to build a stable, actually, don't I? Maybe I don't have enough food. The stable maybe doesn't matter. The reason the stable matters is if I actually am trying to hold everything, because at the moment I actually can't. I can't quite hold everything. How important is getting a steam machine proc for BK? Absolutely not important. They have Baker, right? Like, I guess. Oh wait, maybe Steam. No, Steam Machine was not important though. They could just so bake. You could bake on so bake and then still get a Baker proc also. Like, the only reason not to so bake is because you're opening so bake next round, which is fine. Stable is good if I have the food. I don't think I actually have the food handled though, right? I think that's where I'm at. So I don't think stabling is actually better than anything else. But I mean, plow sow is so sad for me, right? I mean, plow sow Plowso covering the space. Oh, but no, the so is good. Plowso is still 2 points. It's fine. Plowso is still fine. Eating down to one sheep last harvest. Eating down to one sheep last harvest is totally fine. I agree. That's probably what's gonna happen. I'm probably just eating down to one sheep. I'm probably ending the game at. Well, or I could just eat down to one boar. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna hold 6 cows, and then I have 6 capacity. So it's gonna be something like 3 boars, 1 sheep, or it's gonna be something like 4 sheep, 1 boar, and that's fine. Plowso can't be bad. Plowso can't be that bad. Although if I get grow blocked, then it kind of is bad. Teal still doesn't have 5 family members, so Teal could grow block me. So the question is, do I have to first action grow just to be safe, or like can I risk that Teal, is gonna take stone first to guarantee Reno, or like, I don't think Teal's gonna grow block me, but like we're gonna have to see. We are gonna have to see. I will eat a clay. I'm absolutely. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wait, somebody took clay. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold the phone. Somebody took 4 clay. Oh my God, purple! Why do you hate me? I mean, I guess I should. Whatever. It's one. I should eat. I should eat the clay no matter what, because it doesn't matter. But like, whoa, wait, what? What? I have an extra sheep to eat regardless, so may as well. And then yeah, these resources are always fine. Oh, I have an extra veg to eat too. Maybe my food is solved. I haven't actually ate any points here, and I have an extra veg, an extra cow, an extra boar. Okay, I actually have a lot of food. Yeah, okay. I have a lot of food. You think Teal would absolutely grow block me? Nobody's coming for none of it. Random hard porcelain coming in. Hard porcelain is in the game. That's true. Hard porcelain is in the game, so actually it could be a hard porcelain play. I actually think the more likely answer is that it was a clay pipe play. I'm pretty sure they took the clay to hit clay pipe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just a clay pipe play. And it might and it might be for a fireplace. Purple has no way to eat. Purple could fireplace. Like purple could just be taking that clay for that type of stuff. But if purple takes 4 more clay, it does actually really hurt me. Like 4 clay is a 2-point action, and I will run out of 2-point actions. So stone oven's the most baffling play. Yeah, purple going for a stone oven instead of fireplace or hearth is just, but to be fair, purple is very new to Agricola. They're playing and they're learning. Again, if we went back and watched my early games of Agricola, I'm sure I did silly things. Like planning ahead is hard, and so purple was just like, hey, there's a 3-point improvement. I have the resources for it. Let's take it. I mean, we've all been there. It happens. It's just, yeah, it's frustrating when you're trying to predict them, trying to, guess what they're gonna do, but this is how stuff goes, so. All right, BK's at 41. We're at 45. That feels good. BK has 5 actions. They're going to be at 42 in a sec because they're going to buy a veg. And then they're going to open Plow Sow, which is, or not, maybe Plow Sow, but probably Sow Bake, which is a 4-point action for them. So they're going to be at 46. But then they're going to be pretty point capped beyond taking wood. So they're probably taking a bunch of 1-point actions and going to hit like 49. I do get offered Plow Sow, but I think I just have to open Grow here. I think I have to just open Grow. You think I win easy? I think you're right. I think it turns out that I'm far enough ahead because Aki and Hide Farmer is still huge here. But I'm just gonna Grow because I think the fact I could get blocked and it's just a straight up 3-point action, I'm not gonna risk it. You think Stone Oven into no grade all game is something you might have moved on from in my 61st? I mean, probably Gonzo, but like, I don't know. I'm trying to be a little better about completely bashing players' games when they're brand new, just because I know that some newer players do get intimidated about going up against streamers and like feeling like they're getting bashed and yelled at for playing poorly, and I kind of get that. I want people to play Agricola. Again, the only way that we get more Agricola, the only way we get more strong players playing Agricola is for a bunch of weak players to play Agricola and to play it a bunch until they get good. So some people never really get better. That's true too. To be fair, Gonzo said me. So to be fair, I agree. By my 61st game, I suspect I was already doing quite a bit more than this. I plan ahead, etc. But do I not have extra food? I mean, I could believe that I don't have extra food. Oh, I'm just gonna wheel plow so. All right, team. We're just gonna wheel plow so. That's why we don't open plow so. Teal does just purple and teal look like they're desperate to try to hit Reno. I don't actually know if purple can hit Reno, but I have an extra veggie. Yeah, I have a lot of food. Uh, basically, here's the thing: when you first start playing the game and you're still learning, like you're not planning ahead much. So you go to renovation, you're like, oh, I get to plan improvement. Here's a 3-point improvement. I have the resources for it. You take it. Now, should he have taken a fireplace or something? Yeah, because long term he didn't have a feeding plan, and fireplace was going to be really good for him this game because nobody else is eating animals. But like, it takes skills to get to that point where you're thinking deeply about your food and thinking multiple rounds ahead and like getting the strategic arc of the game. So, meh, it's fine. But yes, it's definitely. I mean, it's definitely wrong. But you think I have 20 food? I don't think I have 20 food, but maybe I do. Again, I haven't actually done the math, so like whatever. Watching my VOD from our first game, you'll doubt you'll ever recover from the shame. Wow, see, I don't ever want you to feel that bad. Like, that's not the goal. I don't want anybody to feel like that. JK? Okay, well, that's good. But in hindsight, would I have gone for collector? We ended up with solid crops and animals anyway. Um, yeah, I really don't know if I play collector this game. See, the thing is, because of the way that I opened this game and I got to grow to 4 so rapidly, I'm not sure collector's any good here. Because if I play collector, it's basically saying I want to take some ultra efficient actions, and then I'm gonna go for a mega good farm. So the collector line involves me getting like stables and a couple more crop points and probably a joinery, but like there's not enough wood. Like I think collector would have turned out pretty bad here. I don't think collector goes very successfully. I have a very pretty farm going here. And I don't have that many more ways to points beyond, yeah, I mean, I would have needed to get a lot of stables or something, but... am I saying my first Agricola game ever is recorded? Can you see it? uh, yeah, to be clear, me personally, no. My first game of Agricola is, like, way back in, like, 2010 or something, like... Um, now, to be clear, I am not actually on 1,200 games of Agricola. Well, I kind of am, right? So it's tricky. I partly learned how to play Agricola through the. I'm just gonna get my Ock out of the way here. I want 4 clay, but if I have to stable instead, it's fine. Um, anyhow, it's tricky, right? I learned how to play Agricola a bit through the old Play Deck Agricola app, and the computers there are like pretty bad in a lot of different ways, but I mean they're good enough that they can at least put up like 20s and 30s. They look a lot like a 150 level elo player in my opinion. Um, so that's still enough for me to have ground out a ton of games against computers. So if we count all of those, I probably am at like 1,200 to 1,500 games of Agricola. But if we go by what I've actually recorded in stats, I'm probably around 1,000 games of Agricola, maybe a little less. I do record them separately. So Agricola, we're at 584, but revised edition, we're at 282. So 850 roughly. Little under that. So I mean, that's a lot, but I'm talking about the Play Deck app. Yeah, I'm talking about the Play app. Yeah, Play Agricola does not have bots. I'm talking about the Play Deck app. You play a new version of Summoner Wars Online. I have not. I've touched Summoner Wars very little, and I debated streaming and playing more of the new stuff, but the more uh anyhow, easy for Clay action here, take our 2 points. What is the Play Deck app? Android phone app. Yeah, don't get it. The app doesn't exist at all. The old Play Deck app was pretty decent, but the new version sucks, and I don't even know if you can buy it anymore. They used to be on the App Store, but yeah, I think they're gone now. But yeah, like the new app was really bad. The old Play Deck app was pretty good though. But yeah, I think it's dead now. It did get taken over by Asmodee Digital. I do use BG Stats. Yep, I use BG Stats on my phone. I really like it. But I haven't synced to my BGG, so I can look it up. But yeah, I mean, I mostly operate on my phone to record games. You couldn't find it when googling. Never heard of it. Yeah, I mean, the Playdeck app probably died in like 2017 or 2018, so it's gonzo. But that is a lot of how I learned how to like become better, and then I learned how to become an expert by like actually Lumen. Like many years ago, we met in person, and I played a lot of Agricola with him with some other very strong Agricola players. I like the experts helped teach me, and then I started playing a bunch more on Play Agricola during the pandemic. Players like Sid and a few others continued to help me a bit there, and I've got to the point where I'm very good. There are still probably a couple of Agricola players a bit better than me, but yeah, you know. Regardless, yeah, the Playdeck app was a lot of where my games are hidden though. So like I probably have played like loosely 1,500 games of Agricola, but like again, 500 to 700 of them are like against computers in an app because you can grind games so fast. So it's hard. It depends on exactly how you want to count games. The way I log games is I log any multiplayer games against humans, and I log physical solo plays. But I mean, it's all a little hazy about exactly what counts as a play, right? So anyhow, looping way back to Summoner Wars, as you saw, my all-time play stats, I played a ton of Summoner Wars digital back in the day when that app came out. I was pretty active in the early Summoner Wars community for first edition. But yeah, now that second edition has come out, I really haven't touched it much. I've been tempted to a little bit here and there, but I really haven't. But maybe I should give it a bit more of a go. I tried their new online place just a teensy bit once, but it was very early and I was not particularly impressed by it. I assume it's a lot better now. So I also know the community is still like really good and cool, so I might get into exploring that a bit. But I don't know because it also involves time to really like dive into it like I'd like to and when to explore. And I don't know when I'm going to get that time at the moment. Um, but I would like to someday. You've played a few of the official. The community's great. Absolutely, yeah. They haven't had an Agricola championship in a long time. The best current in-person tournament for Agricola is probably WBC. Yeah, I think Sid's correct. They don't have an official one. So yeah, the official Agricola Nationals World Champs don't exist. The best in-person Agricola tournament is likely at WBC, the World Board Game Championships. Uh, There was an Oslo event by a bunch of the Norwegian components a couple of years ago, and I think they want to run that again once this, now that COVID's kind of cleared again. That's also a pretty high level gathering of Agricola players, but outside of those, I don't know of a lot for sure. WBC is mostly original edition, absolutely. Yeah, that part is true too. We have an extra cow, we have an extra pig, we have an extra veg. I'm just gonna eat all that right away. That's everything I need. I am gonna have to throw an animal overboard, I guess, but whatever, that's fine. That's fine. Um, You suspect that would change if a critical mass? Oh, for sure. If a bunch of new people show up and we start playing a lot more revised edition, WBC will change and adapt. WBC always adapts, and yeah, that's part of the great thing of that tournament. Isn't the WBC the world's? WBC is the World Board Gaming Championships, the same way that the World Series is, the World Series. I mean, it's pretty much just a bunch of U.S. players with a little bit of international presence. WBC definitely attracts people from different countries. But not a ton. It's definitely very U.S. centric. There's a decent number of Canadians at WBC, and then there's a couple people, like there's a little bit of a contingent from outside of that. But yeah, it's mostly U.S. I don't love that they called their convention WBC, but they've done it for 25 to 30 years now. It's an excellent convention. People should absolutely look at going. It's a really good time if you enjoy competitively playing board games. Even if you just like playing board games, the open play area, the way it runs, it's my favorite convention. It's excellent. The name is a little grandiose, but speaking of grandiose names, there is also in Vegas, there's like whatever they're calling themselves, World Board Game. I'm just going to search this. It's some stupid Vegas event this year, but I don't even think they have Agricola playing. World Series of Board Gaming. There we go. That's what they're calling themselves. The World Series of Board Gaming. I don't think Agricola is on their list, which is another reason that they are a complete joke to me. And indeed, it's not. So they can continue being a complete joke to me. There's also Euromasters. Yeah, Euromasters is pretty cool. But Euromasters is a bit different. Yeah, Europe Masters is very similar though, like to how WBC is, but it looks like Komodo Dragon potentially popped offline. So once again, we might have to make the game turn based, like I did the other day. But yeah. You were not prepared for that pronunciation of it. I can't pronounce. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce Vegas. I'm sorry. Yeah. It does look like Komodo Dragon's offline, which is annoying. This game already took long enough as is. Not that I was particularly fast, but I do need to be heading off. Cause deranged, we gotta go watch the Bucks beat up on your Celtics, right? I actually have no idea. I mean, this series is stupidly close, right? These are arguably the two best teams left. I mean, the Suns still look stupidly good too, I guess, but um, we'll see how tonight goes. You're super nervous. I'd be very nervous too. Did I get to finish the game from the other day? Yeah, the other game finished. I got the win. Turning it to turn-based totally work. I am going to vote to switch this one to turn-based because, yeah, Komodo Dragon is not here. So 76ers have entered the chat. I don't think the 76ers are... I don't believe in the 76ers. I'm sorry. I don't think they are on the same level as the Bucks, Celtics, and Suns. I don't see them winning the finals. I could be proven wrong, but I think, yeah, whatever. Um, you thought Miami was in the driver's seats. Now that series 2-2, you think the Bucks Celtics winner should be favored. I'm also not that scared of the Heat. I think the Bucks and Celtics are better than the Heat. Uh, the NBA is largely about who has the best player, and until further notice, let's be honest. Yeah, I mean that's kind of true, right? So, did we vote to turn this turn-based? Decision has been refused. Oh, great. We're gonna kick him. Great. Somebody's literally gonna kick them. Why not? Great. We don't get our win. We don't get our win. Okay. All right. All right, we did it. We did it, team. We complained about it. It happened. Thanks all. All right, we at least got it to turn based. What does turn based change about it? Awesome. Uh, it gives you a couple. Yeah, so it makes it turn based, and um, it makes sure that it actually finishes. So it counts. It counts for my elo. It counts for arena. Uh, and this player cannot enter any arena Agricola game until they take their turn in this one. Um, so switching it to turn based preserves the game so like it actually will finish for real. It also means that Teal's not going to take a leave penalty, so it protects Teal's reputation, which is kind of a nice thing for us to do, to be fair. But this is one of those classic like Teal. Well, Teal didn't actually stick around for their harvest, so that's pretty bad. A lot of times this happens is because people play their harvest and then leave the game, but this player didn't even play their harvest. But also, like, they don't do this. Like, they've had no Agricola penalties. So, like, I don't know what's happening right now, but, like, it's probably they thought they were done and they were frustrated about how the game went and they just wanted, like, whatever. Regardless, turn based is good. Turn based doesn't guarantee it finishes, to be fair. But turn based is just means that, like, he now has 48 hours to make his move. And then when he makes his move, whoever's turn it is next, it'll come up. When you go on your main BGA page, your ongoing, like, I have a couple turn-based games ongoing, so when it's my turn in Puerto Rico next, I'll be notified. Now when it's my turn in this Agricola game, I'll be notified and I can finish the game when I'm ready to. So that's all. Because it's arena, it locks you. Yeah, you can't play another arena Agricola game until all of your turn-based games you've taken your turns in. So my turn-based games are sparse. I don't play a lot of turn-based. I don't really care to play a lot of turn-based, but anyhow, blah blah blah. There's been a lot to talk. Djokovic because entries the chat. Blah blah blah. You forgot about the harvesting, got kicked. It was sad. Yeah, see, I mean, that's what I mean. Like, forgetting about the harvesting, getting kicked is kind of sad. Like, if you're rushing off to something else, like, that happens. You should sit around until the game truly ends, but sometimes you're rushing to other stuff. So, the turn it to turn based option is a really nice way to make sure games end. And in my case, it's absolutely it's absolutely helping my elo because I now have had my last, like, 2 stream games, or some of my recent stream games are absolutely finishing only because I've making sure they switch to turn based. So it's definitely protecting my wins, which, to be fair, like, I deserve my wins, right? It's the final harvest. We know what's going to happen. So, like, not getting this win would have been pretty lame. But, like, this turn to turn based, right? 917 minutes. Like, that's because we were real time, but then it went to turn based. Like, that's what's going to happen in this one. So, anyhow, I am blabbing on entirely too much. The Bucks game is in like an hour, and I need to head off, to actually go hang out and watch it. So, thanks all for hanging out. Best of luck to the Celtics fans. It's going to be a hell of a game again tonight, I think. These two teams are very good and pretty evenly matched. So, be curious to see how it goes. As for Agricola, I don't know what I'll be playing next, but it should be a good time. Thanks all for hanging out and chatting. It's been great. I will see everybody around later.